So now, but usually, like I say, this first period of the work of the committee is usually kind of forgotten, although it's very, I think, very helpful to the convention in itself. Under this first mandate, the committee shall, as directed by the COP, we agree it's the COP who decides what the committee is going to do, review general issues of compliance and implementation under the convention. So, what can it be? And if you look at what the topics, it's about ensuring the ESM of waste, so the environmentally sound management of waste. This is a soft law commitment, as I told you, it's very broad, and the committee apparently can review that and help parties implement. It's really a very broad mandate, and so there's sometimes some questions as to how this body would work in cooperation or differently than other subsidiary bodies. Sometimes this issue comes up, but for the time being, for example, the committee has not worked on such an issue. Training customs and other personnel, the committee does not in practice deliver training. It's not what it has done. Accessing technical and financial support, again, this is something the committee has never done. The COP might decide otherwise, but it's just to show you that sometimes there's a mandate that's adopted by the COP, and then in practice it goes in another direction. So these first three topics that are listed in the terms of reference, the committee has not yet worked on that. Developing means to detect illegal traffic. Not really. It helps in maybe providing guidance on how to prevent illegal traffic, but to detect, that's really in the field, right? It's risk analysis. It's very not too much. Monitoring, reporting. Oh yes, there you go. That's something that the committee has been very engaged in over the years. And the implementation of convention-specified obligation. Well, there you go again. Everything's open again. So it's extremely wide mandate, and I think many of the parties have forgotten what they adopted back in 2002. It's good to keep it in mind because you never know what the committee is going to come with as a proposal of a program of work for the next triennium. So for those of you going to the COP, you might see some things popping up like that. The next work program of the committee. Be ready. Over the years, what did the committee do? It has really focused on these activities. So the designation of country contacts, which is a formal obligation. National reporting, again, something very easy to monitor. Parties have to report. We have the report, so we can do something with it. The development of national legislation, which is also an obligation under the convention to implement the treaty. Preventing and combating illegal traffic, insurance bond and guarantee, which is for transboundary movements, the shipments to be covered by insurance bond and guarantee, and the control system in general, so the PIC procedure and all that. So nothing about ESM, for example, in this the activities so far. The donors, EU and Japan. And what does the committee do? Really, it will review the parties' difficulties in meeting specific obligations. There will be collection of information through questionnaires, a review of information that the Secretariat holds. It will consult with OIWG, which is the other subsidiary body under the convention. One exercise that has been undertaken for a couple of years now is the classification of compliance performance with national reporting, which has been very useful to determine if there was progress in terms of timeliness and completeness of national reporting. The committee makes recommendations to the COP on how to address compliance or implementation difficulties. It develops guidance, etc. This is all measures that will help parties to know how well they're doing it in general with the convention and to develop new tools to help them do better. The only sensitive one is the classification of compliance performance because it names the party. And but there's an opportunity to comment. It's very transparent process.